Greetings. In this video, we will look at how we can add an item and a file in a Blackboard course. The term item is kind of generic. However, in the context of Blackboard, it takes on a very special meaning. The item option in Blackboard can be used to display formatted text and different types of media such as images and videos. We can also embed links to external websites, and we can also attach files that the students can view or download. The file, on the other hand, is used when you want to attach a file for students to be able to either view within the course or download it for their own use. When you review the sitemap, you will notice that there are several components that need to be set up as an item in the Blackboard course. So here within the Start Here content area, we have 3 items. And of those 3 items, the welcome and course policies need to be set up as an item, whereas the syllabus needs to be set up as a file. And as we go down, we will notice that within each of the content areas, there are several components that are to be set up using the item option. So let's go ahead and get started. So here I am on the home page of the course. And when I click on Start Here, it's an empty area because we have not added any content to it. So when I position my cursor over Build Content, I can select an item. And at this point, we are not going to actually integrate the content here. We're just going to set up the framework, and we will return later to add the content. So the name of this item is welcome. So let's go ahead and add that in here. And if you guys, as I scroll down, you'll notice that you do have a few options that you can modify. Do we want the students to be able to view this item? And if you select no, the students are not going to be able to see this item. You can also select the time period during which this item can be displayed by clicking on the calendar and selecting the date after which the item will be displayed and the date until which the item will be displayed. For right now, we're going to leave these alone. And let's go ahead and click Submit. So the next component here is the syllabus. Add the syllabus, we're going to go to Build Content and select File. And we again have the similar process where we're going to enter the name of the file. So here I'm calling it Sea Turtles Syllabus. And we can now browse the computer to find the file and attach it. So here is the Sea Turtles syllabus. And at this point, I can open the file in a new window. I can also control whether the students see this option or not. And as we saw earlier, we can also set the time frame during which this item will be visible. I want to point out that I'm uploading a PDF file, and we will explore why that is helpful in the upcoming segment. So let's go ahead and click Submit and see what we find. So you can see the icon for the item and the icon for the file are similar, but there is enough to distinguish between them. And the next component that I'm going to build is course policies. So let's go ahead and put in the course policies. So click Submit, and we now have created the framework for the content that's going to be displayed within the Start Here option. We will populate the other items using a similar process. So here we have faculty introduction, go to Build Content, select Item, and then type in faculty introduction and contact in the name field and click Submit. As per the sitemap, the content area for weekly content has 3 learning modules, and we set them up earlier. We need to populate each learning module with certain components. So let's populate them with the components which are items. So the first one is week 1 introduction to sea turtles, which is in the weekly content. So I click on the introduction to sea turtles, and here on the process is very similar to what we have done so far. So I select the item. The first item here is the overview. So go ahead and put that in here. We will enter the information here later, and so go ahead and click submit. The next item within this learning module is Introduction to Sea Turtles. So let's again select that, go to Build Content, Item, fill that information here, click Submit. So I have completed setting up the items in the learning module for week 2 and week 3. Before we wrap up, let's check what the course looks like to a student using the student preview option. So from a student's perspective, they're going to come here, click on Start Here. They will see the 3 components that we have set up here. When they go to Faculty Introduction, they're going to see this one item. Then when they go to Weekly Content, they will click on the individual learning modules, and they will be able to navigate back and forth between the items that we have set up there. And the same process for weeks 2 and 3, right? You may be wondering that this doesn't look like a course because there's really no information here, but that's the next thing that we are going to explore.